Hello, my friends. Well, people are joining right now. A little bit early. Hello, Cree. Hello, Deanna, Rose, and Heather, and Sarah, and Vero, and Holston, and they're just flooding in. Seems like people want to know some stuff about character education and reading. Helen Boutros, Shelley, good to see you. Hey, Jones. Good afternoon back to you. Hi, Nancy. Gatona, always good to have you. Rhonda, hello. Give me some hearts. Howdy, says Doris, and Nancy invited her followers. Let me see if I can invite anybody here. Let me just try this thing here. Yeah. All right, hello, Moffat and Cree. Italy? It can't be that you've got challenging kids in Italy. On the beach on spring break. Gatona, what beach? My friends, great program for you today. Character education, reading. So excited about two major... Jones, can you just share your two major WBT victories? And here's to you, Jones. California clear. My friends, share on Twitter, get your followers, give me some stars. It's going to be a jumping program today. Casey Key in Florida. Oh my goodness. Wow, I bet that's wonderful. I always wanted to stay in some place called like Key Largo or something. Gatona, thank you very much. Invite people on Twitter. Get them on the phone. Shelly, it froze. It'll unfreeze. Marilyn is in the house. Well, who else do we need besides Marilyn in the house? Mrs. Quinn, thank you sharing on Twitter. Of almost bilingual difficult kids. We've got some great techniques for you if you have challenging kids. That's our special focus. Columbia, South Carolina is here. Kid is on a behavior plan. Through talking with our counselor, he now has a mini improver. Jones. How does your counselor like the super improver system? It's one of our most powerful. Anybody out there? John says sweet. Anybody out there using super improvers? If you are, what's the results? Let's hear about super improvers. We got a few minutes before we start the program. Nancy might be able to, I am says, well, how's it working, Lily? Oh yeah, says Rhonda. We pick a behavior that he works on and talk about his prize. No prize box. I'm taking off my glasses for that one. When we award kids with a prize for good behavior, they focus on the prize instead of the rewards of doing the good behavior. No treasure box. My friends, who has given up without regret? All students work so hard for that little sticker. Isn't it true, Deanna Rose? Helps me focus, says Helen Boutros, on positive behavior. Kids work for non-tangibles. They work for intrinsic rewards. What is the reward for improving? Everyone sees that you improve, which is what the reward should be. No regret and more coffees. To trash the clip chart and no stickers are candy. Yes, my friends. It's a joyful thing not to have a treasure box. Who will testify? Who will testify that they've given up the treasure box? I've integrated with PBIS we're using in our county. I am here to hold a Periscope, yes. Well, my friend, we got someone there who is making inappropriate comments to their coach. I love to block them. The staff in Italy thought I was crazy, but now I have teachers popping in from many grades. Yes, there we go. There's another very pleasant person who can't spell the F word. Yes, my friends, we now have the... Hi from France. Where are you in France? Paris is my favorite city. And here's someone else who would like to be blocked. And no, I am not Dr. Monty. And here is another person. Hello back at you from Spain. You live in Marseille. Ah, wonderful. Well, we've got almost 100 people online. Don't fret if someone says something inappropriate. I get the pleasure of blocking them. And here is one of Rome. Oh my goodness. Do I speak French? I wish I did. Oui. Je ne sais quoi. That's my whole French routine. Andre's here from Louisiana. Blizzard, dear friend. Blizzard, how are things going down there? Can't wait for Vegas. I wish I could understand that, French. Who's coming to Las Vegas? We got about 5 minutes beforehand. Who's coming to Las Vegas? Who's waiting for Louisiana? Who's hoping for an East Coast conference? Vegas, baby, says Andre. Oh, how are you? I'm quite fine, thank you. East Coast. Daryl and Kim, hello. Bristol, Pennsylvania. Waiting for Louisiana. Waiting for Louisiana. Thank you. Waiting for a spot in Vegas. You better get online. You're going to Vegas, California. Hello, Chapin. Waiting for Louisiana. Early registration code, I wish. I may have early registration for Louisiana next Sunday. And we're working on Rochester. How about Florida? I see you in Vegas. I'll see you too, Jones. Who would come to Rochester, New York as their favored place? Who's so far east that they'd love to invite me to France and I'll come? Any more early registrations for Vegas? No, it's just regular Vegas registration now. So Rochester. Who's on board for Rochester? We've got about 3 minutes to showtime. You're in Central Texas. Then, Lacey, I guess you're coming to Louisiana. The Louisiana conference, they're having a lot of flooding down in Bossier around Shreveport. And they need about 10 days to get their teachers going. And then we will open it up about March 24th. But I'm going to try to get you early registration next Sunday. Invite me to Canada. Rochester would be good, says Deanna Rose. Here's to an East Coast conference. You know, one of our favorite words is free. What do you think of a free 3-day conference? Rochester would be late in July. Here's the thing. We want you to understand that we could charge money. If we just charged, say, $100 for a 3-day conference and 1,000 people attended, if my math is right, that's $100,000 we're leaving on the table. Why don't we do it? I'll tell you why. That isn't the deal we made with God 20 years ago. Our mission is to do as much as possible for free. Also, if we charged you for a conference, you know what happens when you charge for a conference? You go to the conference and then they try to sell you other stuff. So you don't see us, whole brain teachers, as colleagues. You see us as salespeople. So we don't want to offer a conference where it's salesperson customer. Then you think, oh, they're just saying this because they're trying to sell us some stuff. We want you to see us as colleagues helping colleagues. That's why I don't bring my books to conferences. That's a normal thing for authors, and I'm always tempted. But if I brought my books to conferences, then you'd think, oh, he's just here trying to sell books. And I probably would be. So it's colleagues helping colleagues. And that way we gain trust and we do more good, which is what we're all about. All right. We're ready to roll here. Back at you, Christy. And you too, Evelyn. Let's take a look at, and Little Rocket is a wonder. Here we are, 1,200 reading games. Whose mind is blown already by 1,200 reading games? I guarantee you, I will show you 1,200 stinking reading games. Oh, the hearts are going up the side. Geo, Jerry, thank you. Let's get into it, my friends. Here we go. 1,000. I know, it seems impossible. You digging the Coach B graphic? Can we just stop for a second and talk about graphics? I love the cartoon graphics. I think it just shows who we are. We're fun. We like to think we're funny. So thank you for loving the Coach B graphic. That's a brand new one. These are drawn for us by a great team of illustrators in India. All right, so Stump the Coach comes at the end of the program. Who's ready to stump the coach? You gotta send me emails. Thank you, Christy. You gotta send me emails to stumpcoachb@wholebrainteaching.com so that I can answer your questions online and think about them a little bit. Stephanie, hello, one of my favorite rising whole brain teaching stars. There's another person that just ready for my answers. Yes, Ms. Troy, I've got your answer for you. All right, so here are two doozy questions. You probably can't read them. I'll scoot a little closer. One person, Ms. Troy, says, how do I do whole brain teaching in a job interview? Anybody loving that question? Anybody going to have a job interview? And they want to know how to do whole brain teaching? Keep those hearts flowing. The other one from Sarah Leach. Yes, that is you. Is Sarah Leach online? Because she asked a great question. How do I address the misbehavior of my students in specialist classes when I'm not there to monitor their behavior? Wow! Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yes. I'll be answering at the end, and I'll take some other questions. You work with Sarah? Give her a 10-finger woo, Christy, because that's a great question. All right. Unashamed commercial. Get ready for the unashamed commercial. There it is. Who's read the books, loves them, and has given them away like popcorn? Can I get any volunteers to sing the praises of, thank you, Stephanie. Geo Jerry has. Nancy's given us a lot of applause, it looks like. Ready for the new one. Thank you, Mr. Doo-Wop. Rhonda, thank you so much. Your school reads both of them. That's fantastic. Some of it, says Moffat. Absolutely love them, says Jeannie. All right. Best books ever? Okay, I refer to these books almost daily. Thank you. Here's the new one. I'm working on it. Toward the Light, Letters to a Young Teacher. Here's my idea for this new book. What does a young teacher need to know the least possible about recess, about testing, about reading, about writing, about their colleagues? What's the least possible you need to know about 20 or 30 different things? And then as I wrote it, I thought, you know what? Maybe this would be useful to someone who wasn't a young teacher. Like writing it myself, it really helped me. Yeah, the physical versions are better. All right, so let's go over our new rules. Here we go. Rule 1, follow directions quickly. Rule 2, raise your hand for permission to speak. Rule 3, raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. Woo! That means you're happy to leave your seat. Rule 4, make smart choices. Now watch, here are the 5 virtues. Kindness, leadership, courage, invincible grit, and creativity. See, I'm a creative painter. Who is using are virtue rules and just loving them. Who's loving the virtue rules? Let me hear from you. I'll stop and take a shot of California Clear. I'll do the gestures again. I'll do the gestures of all of them one more time. Here we go. Rule 1, follow directions quickly. Rule 2, raise your hand for permission to speak. Rule 3, raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. Woo! Rule 4, make smart choices. Kindness, leadership, courage, invincible grit, creativity, and keep your dear teacher happy. And the diamond rule, which I'm loving, the diamond rule, keep your eyes on the target, please. Anybody loving the diamond rule? Now, if you didn't get the gestures, you can get a replay on Catch Me. Kids really getting into them. Fantastic, Jeannie. We did posters. Wow. Stephanie loves it. Time to teach. Oh, yeah. Kids live invincible grit and give examples when they say it. That's fantastic. Diamond rule is really great. My kids are in love with Creative Friday. Wow, Gatona. All right. Now, the idea is that you teach kindness on Monday, leadership on Tuesday, courage on Wednesday, invincible grit on Thursday, and creativity on Friday. We have a ton of PDFs on these, and coming up in the next 2 weeks, we're going to put all 8 or 9 of the character education PDFs into one humongous PDF. Who'd like to have a whole character education system that covered all the virtues and writing, critical thinking, math, and reading? It's coming, my friends. If I could just get a few more hearts. I just need some motivation here to put all of these PDFs together. I'm going to get my head over, those hearts. I'm feeling the heart vibe. Wasn't that a good gag? I just thought that one up. All right. Now we want to infuse whole brain teaching into everything. How do we infuse it into reading? Here we go. How do we infuse character education into reading? You're going to love this. Watch. So I'm going to give you 1,200 character education reading games that teach critical thinking, topic sentences, paragraph construction, and moral behavior in only 8 slides. Are you excited? Hello, Karen. We missed you. Only 8 slides, 1,200 games. It seems impossible, doesn't it, Stephanie? Stephanie, I am loving your recent video. Would you please give me a phone call sometime? 3 areas of my room. That's very, very good. All right, here we go. So hold the comments down just for a second so that you can see the slides. Here we go. Watch. We're going to start by focusing on the 5 virtues: kindness, leadership, courage, invincible grit, and creativity. Here's our first slide. I'm coming closer. So you just show this to your kids. You tell them, pick a character in a story, pick a virtue, and then if they're writing, pick one skill: neatness, spelling, adjectives, or vocabulary, and then fill in the blanks below as many times as possible. Robin Hood shows courage when he rescues Maid Marian from the castle. Little John shows creativity when he cooks dinner for the merry men in the great forest, in Sherwood Forest. So pick a character, pick a virtue, and then the kids either talk about it, or if they write about it, they use one of those 4 characteristics. So look at this. Tell me what grade you are and how long you think kids should just talk about this, taking turns. What grade, how long? How long can you expect your kids to do this exercise? At what particular grade? taking a drink of California Clear. You can let some comments come up now. Let me know. Give me some advice. How long? We must have a glitch. Let's say written. How long could you expect your kids to write these? 5th grade loves it. 3rd for sure. 2nd, 2 to 3 minutes. I agree. Middle school, 6 to 8. 5 minutes. Yeah, I agree. 5th, 5 minutes. Kinder can do this in the spring. They certainly will. About 5 minutes. That sounds good. Kinder can talk it through. Write for 5 minutes. 6th grade, 10 minutes. Changing partners and written for 5 minutes. That makes total sense to me, Karen, in kindergarten. Now here's our next screen. So now we're going to say, same exercise, add one more sentence. And green means we need a sentence that would be written or spoken like a kid 2 years older. It is great morning activity. So same one, add one more sentence that's 2 grades higher. Same one, now add another sentence that's 3 grades higher. You see, it's the same exercise we learn by repetition, but we keep upping the ante. And check this, here's the last one. Many more sentences written at 5 grades higher. Kids are excited to think of themselves as older than they are. You see the simplicity of this system. Perfectly scaffolded, great for oral writing. You're right, Nancy. You can show one PDF, one slide. Stephanie says, oh yeah. Kindergartners like to think of themselves as 5th graders. Your kiddos could do it. I'm sure they could, Karen. So that's one version, but now let's up the ante. Watch this. Then let's go to focus on 5 vices. Now, talked about vices, but they're useful to talk about. These are things you shouldn't do. So the opposite of kindness is selfishness. The opposite of leadership, great vocabulary word, apathy. Apathy means you don't care. Opposite of courage is fear. Opposite of invincible grit, determination, is discouragement. And I'm just saying the opposite of creativity is laziness. Let's go in a little tighter. Look at the 5 vices. Anyone digging a character education system that focuses also on what not to do with antonyms? Compare and contrast. Nancy likes it. And it's a great way to get kids to understand the definitions. You're right, Karen. Karen, it's great to have you online. Stephanie's with us. So can you see that we're going to use the same pattern to focus on vices that we did on virtues? It'll make the virtues so clear. Absolutely. Blizzard loves it. Blizzard, can you use this with your middle school kids? Right way, wrong way. That's right, time to teach. So pick a vice. So the sheriff of Nottingham shows selfishness when he takes taxes from the poor people. You see that? That old sheriff of Nottingham. Prince John shows fear when he tries to hunt down Robin Hood. Same thing. Tell me about a vice and a character, one more sentence, 2, another sentence, a bunch more sentences. It is. Giving non-examples does help. M. Komula. Kinders love the wrong way. They do. They will energetically show you the wrong way to do stuff. Well, there's the whole system. Here's 1,200. So if you take 5 virtues times 5 vices times 4 skills and 4 writing frames and multiply it by 3 characters, you've got 1,200 reading and writing games. Can you dig it? You see the power of multiplicity. Pick any virtue or any vice, any skill, like writing neatly or vocabulary or adjectives. Any one of 3 characters, you've got enough for a whole year. And there's your favorite word. My friends, what is your favorite word appearing now on the screen? Simple is best time to teach. Totally digging it, says Stephanie. Stacy, hello Stacy. Free is your favorite word. Andre knows. All right, so to sum up, what are we doing? This is the last of the character education programs, and wait till you hear what's coming next. But what we've done with character education is we've added virtues to our rules, and then we've described how to teach kindness, how to teach leadership, how to teach courage, how to teach invincible grit, how to teach creativity. And then we've shown how to use the virtues, and in this case the vices, to teach writing, math, and reading. For your favorite word, free. A whole character education cross-curriculum program that, as you see from the responses, works in kindergarten all the way up to secondary. Same program, same virtues. So we don't want to teach character education over here and reading over here. We don't want to teach you how to be good here and teach writing over here. Yes, share them with your staff. We want to integrate character education into academic instruction. So amazing, says Geo Jerry. This dear teacher is so happy. That's all I care about, Whitaker. All right. Now, who's ready for a review of conferences? Here we go. Across the curriculum, says Nancy. Who's ready for a review? All right. There is the code. Take a picture, because we've only got about 200 seats left. We've enrolled over 1,000 people in the last 7 days. 1,100 people in the last 7 days. WBT2016.eventbrite.com. You've got to register yesterday. We haven't opened this up nationwide. When we do, it'll be over and you'll be sad. Day 1, classroom management. Day 2, brand new day 2 for us, just challenging kids and character education. And day 3, lesson design and writing. And I'm telling you this. Every whole brain teaching all-star in the country will be attending. Nancy Stoltenberg will be there. Deb Weigel will be there. Andre Deshotel will be there. Sarah Metter will be there. Andrea Schindler will be there. Chris Rexted will be there. Giselle Serena will be there. Kate Bowski will be there. The whole team in Vegas for 3 days. Ah! Now here's my question. If you're coming to Vegas, would you like a hotel recommendation? Would you? Do you want to know where we're staying so you can come stay and party with us? Yes. All right. Don't make your reservations till next Sunday. We're staying off. All right. I need to know this. I'm taking off my glasses. We're staying about 20 minutes off the strip in Henderson, Nevada. Because we don't want to be on the strip. We'd like to visit the strip, but we don't want to live on the strip. Is that discouraging to anyone? Because there's plenty of places on the strip. But are you discouraged if we're staying in Henderson 20 minutes away, or is it okay? No problem, says some people. It's a nice hotel. Beyond excited. Sounds great. I just think it's going to be better for us and our sanity to be a little bit away from all of the Las Vegas action. Henderson is a great city. Das gut. All right. Hold your hotel reservations. I'm taking off my glasses. We've got you a special financial deal for Henderson, Nevada. It looks like we can get a room for you and a friend for around $50, $60 a night. And my friend in Vegas, that's a bargain. Anybody thrilled by $50, $60 a night in Vegas? That is a deal. Yeah. So come on down. I'll give you the hotel reservation next time. They're setting up a special website just for you to register to get the special deal. Bring a responsible adult and then watch them carefully. All right, my friends, here's information about the Louisiana conference. We're not quite ready to open registration. It's going to be in Shreveport, Louisiana. It will be associated with Louisiana State University in Shreveport. Same schedule, a little bit smaller conference. The Henderson is about 20 minutes from the conference site. So this is Louisiana. Registration is going to open in a week or two. I will try to get you early registration. All right. Great, Garland. Okay, let's play Stump the Coach. Here's my first question. I'll take questions on anything. My first question is from Danae. Danae says, how do I describe whole brain teaching? Just for a second so we can get this answer. How do I describe whole brain teaching if I'm applying for a new job? And then what do I do for a sample lesson? Danae, I've got you covered on this one. Taking off the glasses. You say whole brain teaching combines all the learning styles simultaneously. People who want to hire you love to hear learning styles. You say it is visual, it's oral, it's aural, it's kinesthetic, but not only that, it deeply involves the emotions. That's how we describe it. All learning styles simultaneously. That gets their attention. Then what should you teach as a sample lesson? Here's Coach's special. In kindergarten or third grade or fourth grade, I would ask for a third grade class, but in any grade you can teach class yes, mirror words, and hands and eyes. You can teach those right away. Then teach the rules. Then explain the rules. For the teach okay, you could just say, tell your neighbor what I just said. That is a perfect little guaranteed to get you hired. Anybody looking for a job? Because I've got a place you should apply to. Let's just stop the world for a second. Anybody looking for a job who would like Coach B's suggestion and recommendation of a great district to teach in who's got some openings? Nicoletta. Stay tuned next week. I will tell you my personal suggestion of a great district to teach in if you'll travel. It's not on the moon. More next week. All right, now, the next question, sorry, it's not in San Diego. The next question is from Sarah Leach. Here's Sarah's question. Hold the comments just for a second. Here's Sarah's question. How do I get my kids to behave? That's a great quote from Albert Mercier. Send that one to me. How do I get my kids to behave in specials if I'm not there? Here's my wacky idea. Try it if you dare. Number one, you have to tell your specials teachers they need 3 rules. Follow directions quickly, raise your hand for permission to speak, and keep your eyes on the target, please. Specialist teachers need 3 rules. Here's what you say, and this is wacky, but my gut tells me it might work. It's a tough problem, one of the toughest. You say to the specialist teachers, listen to me, no comments, just listen. You say to the specialist teacher, you pick one of those 3 rules. Rehearse the rules with the kids for a few days so they know what the rules are. They're coming to you from my classroom. They will know the rules. Now you pick one of those 3 rules. Follow directions quickly, raise your hand for permission to speak, or keep your eyes on the target. You pick one rule. At the end of class, you grade the kids. Don't tell them. You grade the kids A, B, C, D, or F, how they did on that rule. Give the grade to me. The kids come back to my class. I'm going to say to my kids, how did you do on the rule? Let's be honest. If 75% of you identify the same grade as this teacher gave you, everybody in the class gets a star on the super improver wall, even if it's an F. Why? Because to get kids to be honest and responsible about their bad behavior is a great way to start. Oh, I like leaning in there. So they say, you know what? Yes, we were awful. Well, what did you do that was awful? Oh, we did this and this. The next time they go to the specialist teacher's class, you say, listen, the teacher's going to write down the grade. We're going to play again. The whole class will get a star. But if she gives you an F, no star for you. Next time, we play it again. If she gives you a D or F, no star for you. You try to guess, was it A, B, or C? It's just like the bullseye game. Yes. Kids try to see. That's a great idea, Andre. Kids try to see objectively how the specialist teachers rated them. And then the special teacher can add 2 rules, they can add 3 rules. But try that. Well, thank you, Karen. Yes, definitely. Have a session. You know, I wish I could have a session for specialist teachers. All right, so what do you think of my specials idea? The specialist teachers has 3 rules. They pick one. They grade the kids. They don't tell the kids. The grade comes to you. The kids try to guess what grade they got. You discuss why. And you give them super improver stars on a scaffolded basis if they understand and identify their behavior. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Blizzard loves it, and Blizzard's teaching middle school. Time to Teach is going for it. That's a pretty daring technique. You're not rewarding them for bad behavior. You're rewarding them for being honest about bad behavior, which is huge. I think we have some adults who are not honest about bad behavior. Rhonda likes it. Traveling scoreboard. But it hasn't impacted him. Love it. Need to try it with my para, who does not have good control when I have to leave. That's a good one, Chapin. All right, my friends. Now, that is courageous. Yes. Talk to them. So please do this. Email me your questions so that I can answer them online and I have time to think about them. Lately, I've just been asking you to just let the questions flow up the screen. I need time to think about them. Have a little mercy for your coach. Stump Coach B at wholebrainteaching.com. I'll answer your questions online. Now, if I answer your question online, you write Nancy Stoltenberg at wholebrainteaching.com. She'll send you guaranteed admission to either conference. And guaranteed admission is going to become golden before long, my friend, because all those conferences are going to close in a flash. Last year, it took us 4 weeks to close a conference. This year, it's taken us 7 days. Who wants me to come? Oh, hey, don't look at that. Look at that. Who's ready for the next unit after character education? Who caught a glimpse of that screen and is just rubbing their hands together saying, oh, sweet mama, I can't wait for that? Because we are going to start, if your ticker can take it. Yes, we'd love to see your clips. If your ticker can take it, we're starting whole brain writing next week. Who just did a backflip? Whole brain writing. And not just one scope, 12 of them. A whole sequence on whole brain writing. As good and as powerful and as clear as anything we've ever done. We will show you how to get kids to write persuasive sentences, persuasive paragraphs, persuasive essays, and we're not done there. Narrative paragraphs and narrative stories, expository sentences, expository paragraphs, expository essays, and we'll even help kids understand the difference between those two. Oh, sweet mama is right. It's coming next week. 12 programs. I don't know what to do if you deleted that email. You better register again just in time for testing. We do need this, my friends. Right for summer school. Oh, sweet mama, says Jeannie. All right. Who wants me to come this summer, to take time out of my busy summer to come give a conference at your school? Anybody? Anybody want the coach or some of his friends? You know, we've got summer, but like giving conferences to 1,500 people. Get your administrator to send me an email at ChrisBiffle@wholebrainteaching.com and let's negotiate. I'm not coming to your school for free. We'll give you conferences. Get your administrator to send me an email. Let's talk about it. You fly into McCarran International, Andre. So get an administrator to send me an email. Let's figure out how to make this happen. Andre's got time this summer. Andre, would you like to go somewhere to do some whole brain teaching conferences? He's a genius. Andre's the best of the best. All right, my friends. Now, listen. In a few minutes, I will put a PDF of the character education reading on our Facebook page. Free, of course. Next week, we start writing. So who's all in to whole brain teaching? Yes, Andre. He's ready. My friend, if you want Andre, you want the best, there is his email address right there. Who's all in to whole brain teaching, and where are you from? 100%, says Karen. Let me see who's all in. Let me drink a little bit here. Maryland. Garland, Columbia, Calgary, Italy, are you all in? Italy, are you still there? Bolivar, Tennessee, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Woodland, California, New Mexico, all in from Florida, another from New Mexico, Cloudcroft and Louisiana, Cleveland, Ohio, Texas, Kentucky is in, all in California. 100% in, says Blizzard. Rhonda, we had a great talk the other day. Newark, New Jersey. My friends, until next week, do me a favor. We're having some illness in the family. Pray for Coach B's family tonight, will you please? We have a possible medical issue coming up. So just pray for healing and the doctor's wisdom. It's not me. So God bless us all. Power to the teachers. Power to the kids. Thank you so much for your prayers. Coach B signing off. Till next week, my friends. God bless us all. And thank you so much for your prayers.